le ga ya fiwa okay so ya ha ka re ba go itlhapela ra tlogela dilo tse di etsagala gore mang wetsa mang ga etse please go iba re tla go pele program director but 7 minutes now if you come with Nomalanga baholo bana ba Nomalanga sanitela hane tsa ba Nomalanga le re tla disrespect le sa tsene ba Nomalanga singadlanga siphume futhi siphephetha so besinga besiyazi ukuthi ba Nomalanga khona ukudla noma siphuma siyazi ukuthi ukudla kukhona ngamntamane the family of Nomalanga benisinikeze inkokheli so ayikuthi inkokhela mile sohlala sinithanda sohlala sinani. Thank you, program director.
Thank you. Yabulela ngamazi akho. Izolo masi lokusimamele i-qualities thetha ngaye uNomalanga. Sithethe ukuba umuntu bengumuntu abantu. UNomalanga umuntu othanda ukuhleka. UNomalanga umuntu othanda ukuhleka. Namo ndingu she's my sister. She's my sister. I know benifika apha kwaNtamane bekehleka isikhathi sonke senza izinto besizenza ifuna into bekeyifuna isikhathi bekeyifuna omnye umuntu ondike ndambalulisa uthi uNomalanga uphile impilo yakhe kodwa bekephila impilo yakhe to the fullest bekengafuni ukuthi athi ngomso kuzenza kalantoni ngoba bekengayazi ukuthi sasa kuzenza kalantoni I think ukuthi andiniphethe ama-programs but azizofana neyami because there are some changes kwi-program ngizaya according na ngeyami ngokulandelana kwami ndizobiza uDonald Khupukani we-ANC Youth League.
Tony.
Amanda. Away, two. Viva ANC, viva. Viva Women's League, viva. Viva Youth League, viva. Law and less law. Viva Sango, viva. Thanks, Program Director. Baruti Galigi du Medicite. RS, the Regional Secretary of the ANC would Medicite. Comrade Councillor Kuzayo. The Mayor of Mokhale is here. Comrade Makhato would Medicite. All protocol observed. As the branch, you have lost the leader. We have lost the stalwart. We have lost somebody who's vibrant, comrades. Today we are in a political funeral, comrades. Let's be clear on that. Because he was a comrade and she was vibrant in the branch and in the whole of Mokhale, even in politics of the West End. Comrades, in my few words, I'd like to touch base on a few things, comrades. Comrade Nomalanga was one vibrant comrade who wanted to see young women, especially in the ANC ranks, uplifted, comrades. As a young person now, I feel sometimes disappointed to see young women not being active and vibrant in the processes of the ANC, comrades. Our role as young people is very simple and clear. Ours is to rally young people behind the banner of the ANC. And two, we must champion and make sure that the policies of the ANC are endorsed in the councils. Yesterday, I had a discussion with my secretary, Comrade Defos, telling me that the young people today, we are in a serious crisis, Comrade Majoro, that we have a challenge of young people who are unemployed. And we have a facility in our municipality as a whole. It has the capacity of hiring young people Comrade Major. But young people are outside, starving and being demoralized, Major. As young people, we are saying to the ANC today, Comrade Ngovenja, that we want to see young people being uplifted in the ranks of the ANC, Comrade Major. Comrade Ngovenja, Comrade Modi. We want to see young people being given space in the process of the ANC. Hence, we always say as young people, the ANC has a bigger space that can accommodate everyone, comrades. But today in the ANC, we have two categories of comrades. We have politicians and we have activists. Today, politicians, what they think of is their pockets, comrades. And they forget about the society. And that's one demoralizing part. And every day, the ANC, to be honest, is not a political party, but it is a movement that's supposed to uplift and make sure that it improves the lives of its people. Now we have activists. Activists are people who can politicize. Those are two different comrades. Hence today you have a situation whereby now the ANC is fighting amongst itself. But we're saying this is cleansing situation, comrades. Now as young people, we are saying to the ANC, this is the time now to make sure that we fix the ANC. Because of us young people, we don't want to inherit the ANC opposition. We want to inherit the ANC as healthy as it is in future, comrades. Ours as young people, we are saying to the leadership of the ANC, the leadership of the Women's League, including the leadership of the Youth League, to simply say, make sure that you give us this ANC, because of us young people, we want to see the life of ANC in branch level up until to national, comrades. In closure, to simply say, as the branch we have lost a great leader. We have lost Mama. We have lost somebody who can give advices, comrades. It's very sad to see that today we are dropping a leader, comrades. Comrades in those words, Comrade Major, what Major, what is young people. We want land for agriculture, we want land for houses, we want land for business, Major. Young people, we want education, economic transformation in our lifetime, Major. Give us that thing. It's not difficult. ANC is in power, is in governance. You are not in power. The only time the ANC will be in power is when the ANC is really fighting about Amanda. Mama no vola haula lengo tolo. Haula le. Comrades, let's sing, Mama. Nomalanga, she was a vibrant person, comrades. Can we sing, comrades? Oh, Mama, Nomalanga, haula lengo tolo. Haula lengo tolo.
Thank you, Siyabulela, Donald. Lizobiza omnye ucomrade futhi i-colleague uJimmy Matsapula aze ngaphambili.
Amandla, awethu, long live the indomitable spirit of Winnie Mandela Mandela, long live. Long live the indomitable spirit of Winnie Mandela, long live. Long live the spirit of the united spirit of Oliver Tambo, long live. Long live the spirit of winning the tongue. Comrades, let me observe protocol. I thank God for this day and for being here and having allowed all of us to participate in this funeral. I then wish to thank Baruti and greet them in the great name of Jesus Christ. And I greet the family, Ntamane, and the whole leadership of the African National Congress that's here. I observe that the councillor is here, and the mayor is here, and the youth league chairperson, Trans Youth League chairperson just spoke here, and all the other leaders of the African National Congress. I recognize you. I also wish to greet all the comrades that are here, all those comrades who were with Nomalanga, who know her better than I do. We all know that we've lost a great leader in Nomalanga. I'm not going to talk about Nomalanga's fierce political participation when it was not fashionable at the time to do so. I am reminded of Cassius Clay, who later became Muhammad Ali, in 1960 when he won the heavyweight champion in the Olympics. Some journalists asked Cassius Clay then that, what do you make of the situation of black people in America? This is what Cassius Clay said. He says, I'm an athlete. We have qualified people dealing with that. So today I'm going to steal from Muhammad Ali and tell you that Nomalanga's political participation will be covered by all the other speakers that are going to come after me. They are more qualified to talk about Nomalanga more than I do. I just knew her for the past 23 years. There are other people who have been with her ever since she was 7 years old. They are the ones who are qualified to tell us the truth about this fearless. What I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Comrade H. I'm going to talk to the family. I'm going to talk to the siblings of Comrade. I'm going to talk to the children of Comrade Nomalanga. Whenever we are faced, or whenever we face death, particularly unexpected sudden death, we get confused. We doubt our faith. We look at the neighbors, we look at each other and start wondering about what happened. How do we explain it? How do we cope with this? I'm here to tell the children, the family and Nomalanga, that the only way you can deal with this death, it is to have peace of mind. To achieve peace of mind is not an easy thing to do. But fortunately, you don't have to do it on your own. You don't have to do it on your own. Because God says in Isaiah 26, verse 4, he says, I'll keep you in perfect peace if your mind stays on me. So I'm asking the family that you can only get tranquility, you can only get calmness, only get peace if you give it over. Your problems, you give them over to the Lord and say, Lord, I want peace. And you have promised me you have promised that you will give me perfect peace if my mind stays on you. And here I am, my mind is staying on you, Lord, and I'm saying to you, give me that perfect peace. You didn't promise me just peace. You promised me perfect peace. And it is the only peace that will make you face your trials and tribulations, your death, your funeral, the future of the children, only with perfect peace. I want you to know, comrades, that it will never be because of your mind, because of your brain, that you can deal with this situation. You need to really give it to God and say, God, help me, Lord. And He will help you. In Mark 4, there's a story there about Jesus Christ and with his disciples. They were in the boat, and Jesus got tired, and he went to sleep. And all of a sudden, the storm raged. This storm was rocking the boat, and the boat was about to capsize. And the people that Jesus had recruited, remember, he recruited them as fishermen, and he said, I'll make you fishers of men. People who were actually experiencing the sea. The lightning and the darkness. They woke and wake up Jesus. They went and woke up Jesus. And Jesus came out and the boat was rocking. And he looked at them and chastised them and said, ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. And I don't want you, Ntamane, for Jesus to say to you, ye of little faith. And he raised his hand and said, peace, be still. And the storm stopped. The water that was turbulent stopped. And everything became peaceful. And everybody was secure in the knowledge that they are not going to capsize that night. And I'm saying to you, Ace, and I'm saying to the children, that your night is stormy. Your boat seems like it's about to capsize. Please, wake up, Jesus. Wake him up and say, Lord, the tempest is raging. What do I do? And he'll come to your lives, your stormy lives, and he'll raise his hand and he will say, peace, be still. And you will experience that peace in you, and you'll be able to deal with what has happened in your family, the loss that has happened in your family. With those few words, I say thank you, Prophet.
Thank you, comrade colleague, Mr. Jimmy Matabola. I will call the CD Matabola. Then comrade Rabeki colleague.
Long live the spirit of Nomalanga, long live. Long live the true spirit of Nomalanga, long live. Wakaito, naki matiliso, tumela baruti, tumela leadership, tumela community, tumela comrades. Hutile khanya ne re sa utlwa botlhoko ba tlile botlhoko. Sala ke kopana le Nomalanga ka 1986. If some of you le gopola what happened to Methodist Church in June 1986. That kopana le Nomalanga. And Rabama comrade from that time. And I think what they didn't have to go on my comrade, I didn't take it one fella in one go. If you go into the objectives of the African National Congress, that means Nomalanga Ntamane. And it gets off and Lamo. Kalebo.
Amanda, all power, all power. Sometimes must city all power to the people. I don't know what says this thing actually is because of now see unpacked, RS executive mayor and Lebaruti. It is the two are letting the number for this. Program director. Ngibingelele abamndeni waNtamane. Ngibingelele lezi nkokheli ezikhona lapha. CACT protocol observed. Sino RS, Sino executive mayor, and the leadership that you don't recognize in some stage. Who are we? Where are we coming from? I'm asking Kalebuki. What is Okoluma? If we are 12 years, we are the whole day. We are Kuluma, Pena, with the late cars in the Napa Pass themselves. You couldn't in the Ntamane. unfortunately bafundisi abangazi noma abaziyo thina siphakathi sikakwe abantamane lozulo ukwantamane la ekhaya kuli-47 opposite nasekhaya ukwantamane opposite wamaseko ukwantamane nakhona and they located about la esanda mali. So we're in the meeting. And which I've known this family long time ago. And when you go to KZN, Major, KZN, Marisas Cap says in the between the ANC and the Lokoja. Lang Kalakona, Elogoshin and Gwemla corner, who they cover la Lavantaman in the Fana, and it's still Sakos with Taman. So, engifuna ukusho ukuthi namhlanje sizobe bayiqhawe true so. You know, angazi mina ukuthi le ANC esesibuye khona manje iANC njani. Siyesithi ayisafani. Leso awase ukuthi noma ngithi all power sikuthini. Ayisafani. In terms of my phases, I've known this family long time ago. And I started my schooling here, what Henry, first course, Peter's course. I started my schooling here, and on my way from that side, came over this family. And so I started my schooling. So I've known this family for quite some long time. And it didn't surprise me. Because family of Ntamane, they long time ago, they've been involved with struggling. So yeah, now who family is struggling. Here's the brother here, Omo. Bamandla. They've said a lot about the late Comrade Nomalanga here. And you see, sometimes I want us to remind ourselves, tell no lies, claim no exit. And others will want to take ownership. They want ownership. No, this is how I've known the late Comrade Nomalanga and all those things. And Rajimu been all right to enough. You met me Comrade Nomalanga 3 years back. Comrade Sibu right now, 1986. Comrades and all those things. This what? I don't know 10 years. You know what's starting. How was I trying? Well, 10. You want 10 Gaji. Everything used to happen here. Even tell a brother knows very well. And I'm like, hey, this devil's king, the hotspot. Now, Mr. Sonapukole, I'll give hotspot, give devil spot. Devil corner. Because everything started here, Mosona. Karra, Simula. Didi Kerekese was supportive. It's a revolution. So, you know, sometimes I know sometimes what I would give a executive man RS and RS. Lonali is our infections. Organizational or ANC that are quality functions. Now I don't. Whereas that there, you'll be there always. The functions within any organization, but you must have preferences. If this time you prefer our, I'm not a part of your faction. I will prefer our way. Now you must lead me. I'm not part of your faction. It's my right. How is it wrong? I'm part of affection. The preference. And I still remember some stage, whatever do we do, whatever we preach. Practice what we preach. The current premier says to us when there were challenges more Gauteng, throughout Gauteng. There was a discussion document. There are no permanent differences. There are no permanent differences. Why I'm saying that? As I'm saying, where differences little complicated, Nomalanga. Those of you will know where differences complicate, but we were able also to find one another. There are no permanent differences. There are no permanent differences. And we always read democracy. How are democracy? What is democracy? What is majority rule? Sometimes that majority can be wrong, can be proved wrong at a later stage. What may be right today, at a later stage may be wrong. That is democracy. Democracy is about numbers. It's about numbers. That is democracy. Working majority. That majority might be right today. Working majority. That majority was wrong. Only few individuals will say no. At some stage, you know, sometimes decisions that no, the decision has been taken collectively. And if that decision is taken collectively, and the next time it proves to be wrong, but no, we are part of that decision. But you cannot turn against that decision. You know the late Abisai used to say, wait, working. Sometimes these democrats are Yampal. You will argue and debate or no, this thing is wrong. Next time we find out we know exactly it was wrong. I can't democracy. This comrade Nomalanga Alimwagi listen. Agis Gungari. Kiri Nargima Honasote Baba. Barguma Honasote Octopus all over. I know all over. Jack of all trades, we call it. Jack of all trades. She had a voice. She can dance. Agabu, what is it? That is Jack of all trades. But he also used to manage what I said. Because I know that before I'm not hunted. Now, what was the other thing to do? Now, they can be cutting the INC. So I have to buy a very. You know, I transport okay, fine. I'm sure almost 2 years, if I'm not mistaken. That time, 2005, she decided for and I'm getting mad, but I was having the photo, man. Was having the photo. Yeah? Kim? I said, I tell you, photo going on. Can't you watch that? You know what? Nali busy pale ki hai no Nomalanga wa shoot re kole mo na te re zanza re kole khatsa everything. Fa la ka album ekana album asesa edisa record album ya teng a di kenza di pictures fa le sa lenyalo a ba re he ke se dilo tsa gago kopa 2.5 ka re how ka ntina ka nthusi ka nke no sa contribute that no 2.5 ke berekile ke re ke tlo dintsha ke se ke album go this is my contribution go le jalo la gago le nna ka re okay no that's fine thank you very much well ke berekile the comrade guys will miss it. The character, the character that she was. I mean, I don't know that character. Because you go 2 minutes, because you go shout sometimes. I man, nice to come. Yeah, one. So, City go family, Ntamane. Me na ANC. Ne branch. Don't forget to walk, say, Mukhale City. Umphakathi wonke waseMkhale City silahleke. Akwetha ngale ngahlanga. Sithi dutini nabantamane. Ngiyabonga.
Re a leboga mokhanselara. Ga ke ntse ke utlweletsa ke re le nna ne le ngwana ko gae Nomalanga. Le re lona ne le itse e le majaivane. Mara go na le sefela se seng sa na se bina. Se na re le felle mo ke tsamaya go latlhega ba bangata. Empa nna ya ntsamaisang ke Jesu ke mo matsela. A ke re rona re ka nna ra ile mo sheba ka ditsela tse di fapaneng. But he had that song mo pelong ya gagwe. Ga ke ya ke ile bitsa William Mwako a tlelene a tlo re fa
La cocobe, elele, sue la vanta vanya, elele, sue la cocobe, elele, sue la vanta vanya, elele, sue tambo, elele, sue la vanta vanya, elele, sue tambo. Elele, sue la vata vanya. Elele, sue la cocobe. Elele, sue la vata vanya. Elele, sue tambo. Elele, sue la vata vanya.
Manda, Matimba, Ayina, Mata, Aruna, all power. Yeah, you say my tap down and Zetineya, Mokhalisi. Yeah, I do believe. I go back to the top. The top down. Correct. Excellent. No apology to Valada. I'm excellent. I clear the whole. About on the other side, I'm happy. I'm happy on the base to say that. What's up on the machines? I want to machines of our face. White men, and sometimes overhead. But who don't see the actually the machines ago. I scared around to talk about machines. I become machines per se. Because we own that particular person. To who I am today is because of Nomalanga and Ntamane. Come the first time when I met Nomalanga and Ntamane, it was
2009. I was the secretary of the branch from the branch of the ANC and the chairperson of the branch. We were doing door-to-door. Only difficult on the base to say that I think this political cope. There was a formation of cope, so we had to rule on for elections. So there was a team in the Mackenzie, 50, 50. They take 1-1 from the branch. That's at 50. That's at 2. Nomalanga was always there. That's at 2. Nomalanga, on that 50. I can't remember the volunteers, the Macombre, the lead councillors. Now, Nomalanga and Ntamane, there was an MMC. You know this thing of Kenya deployment. They are sharp. And our leaders, I see. This thing of Kenya deployment. Now, Makoni, I think the RS here. I'm managing you, RS. Arabahiga, Rabagenga office. Mayor and I hope you don't know who my means. Arakia office, Arakin. From there, they do their friends. They forgot about the volunteers and the volunteers. I recall that's what really happened in 2009. We are volunteering. Volunteer. We thought the deployment. But certain people are making good office. Just no fear. You know what he did comment Nomalanga? Instead of comrades about it, came up with a new program, CWP. They came up with CWP. And he called all the comrades, even the guys that told you. I said, no, comrades. Can I have a program? That's the new program. And they came back and they made coordinators. I can really lead in this ANC. I can many coordinators. And indeed, how many coordinators are CWP? But Bala also come and say, they forgot about us. I call Tanamarulaga PSCWP. I come on and Nomalanga Ntamane. You cannot actually tell you, so. You know what he said? He said, no, comrade Mwago. It's not a matter of aim. Don't forget, every time, you know that particular person, every day. I've had lunch, I've had everything. I'm complete. Come off your complete. And never saw a general statement. Leaka, who can't come to Suka must not say, offer everything. That's no matter. It's our one actually. I'll put 1.5 million. Complete Nomalanga. Yeah, Totally Kabuya Palo. He can available species go to Kavilana. How could Nomalanga should everything up? I think it was myself who complete January, January and so on. It's a no complete. Goes there. It is not something quite then when we went to branch, next time we went up in that particular branch. And indeed, I'm a leader today. Hannes and Ntamane, they give me this councillor today. Give me what is getting more time. Because of Nomalanga and Ntamane was there. That is why my children are all can I get to move on by a line. Not anybody else. I honor Nomalanga and Ntamane. Madinti. Comrade Tibuka, Matthew Sinan. Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the greatest and the most important commandment. It's like it. Have your neighbor as you love yourself. Nomalanga Ntamane arate with true love. It's in your way. Amanda, away to Maka.
Comrade, the Harry la copy the happen. Because it's all at the Kinti Chirisale Vale Harikiri. Konali Mina Toga Kerori. Nakaya di Fula di Titi de Setare. Hale Kitsway Habu, Tip Babu in Siri. Kibu so because Kibabis are living to the Matanzimani. ga ba ntse ba bua batho ba ba leng fao. Ke tla bitsa Ikamoketsi, ANC Sub-Regional Chairman. Okay, as of fitlhe re tlo feta. Re tlo bitsa our executive mayor. Ke tlo rata gore re mo emise re bileng ka tsela ya rona comrade.
Asala liyemakaya engayo tobola singene tobola kerela tobola tugene tobola tola zela motana engayo
Martha. Viva ANC, viva. Viva SSCP, viva. Viva Sanko, viva. Watuta wafazi. Roar, young lion roar. Program director. Kerata gore ke nke sebaka se ke dumedise baruti. Ke dumedise lapa la ha Matsapola le la Khuzwayo le la Ntamane. Ke acknowledge hape our regional secretary and the leadership of Abisayingwe, the leadership of Sanko in Kahiso, and the protocol is observed. Emamona ke rata gore ba Ntamane re a leboga o re fa moetapele o tshwanang le Nomalanga. I started to know Nomalanga in 1993 when I came here in Kahiso. When the Kahiso was somebody one branch. So every fita fana ne re le banyane haulo ne re attended the meeting just because ANC was very difficult to join at that time. And then no scrutinize your but can I throw some a communist ne attend go yeah. Now, who really also issue the word-based branches? To mo ile gore le rona re ile ra gona o ke o kra menyetla ya gore re gone o participate more African National Congress. And at that time, when we started to establish word-based branches, we had to sit down and look into the names of our heroes and heroines. Already branches are on that Mukahiso regarding Lima and Abuma. Nohina Lebo, Mama Isha, Winalbo Fayana and Tako, Abisai. Then each and every word was expected to think of a hero. Rona Code 7. Rilera Dulafa Sera. And Wharton was then named Abisai. Then there was that relationship between the branches of Kahiso, if I remember well. Comrade Nomalanga. And Comrade Nomalanga by then, the Hopola venture in Nele Comrade Ace, Comrade Khuzwayo, and Comrade Nomalanga in that venture. Now, how Waka Comrade Nomalanga no Waka is. Ki Nomalanga is. For all Waka Nomalanga, we think of Comrade Ace. That's how we started to know this particular comrades, and we worked very, very close together at that time. And I can tell you, when there was a new demarcation
ya gore now Fanyana Club is going to be splitted again. Now we needed to have what 7 now today again in. Now we went to Bokomit Kuza to say, please help us with the names of the heroes of Kahiso. I know that it was not easy for us to get this name here, Comrade Mandisa Shitek. We went to Comrade Kuzayo Mlotov, the Comrade Nomalanga and Ace, to say, please, because we have got these 2 names, it was Libitola Comrade Fanyana Kabo, Lila Comrade Mandisa Shitek. Then it was very difficult because others were saying Fanyana Kabo, others were saying Mandisa Shitek. But I can tell you, then we had to get an advice from Comrade Nomalanga to say, Bona ngati nina nijonge phela amadoda. Ungani ningathathi igama lika Comrade Mandisa Shitek. And that's how that branch was called Comrade Mandisa Shitek. I was elected as the deputy chairperson of that particular branch. You know, I remember in 2006, I started 2004. We went to a provincial conference, being one force. You know, these things is only force again. We were hoping at that conference in 2004. It was a very difficult conference. But in the really, you are able to Comrade Nomalanga in that time. 2006, then I started to serve with a Comrade Nomalanga as a ward council. Ward council. And then Comrade Nomalanga was the MMC at that time. I can tell you, those were the leaders that we would actually admire when they debate issues within council. I always used to say, I want to be like this particular comrade, Bo Comrade Barry Friedman, Bo Comrade Leshman Balus. You know, when they articulate on policy matters of the African National Congress, you know, you will actually understand. And that is why I saw a poster which was saying, this was the 80. Comrade Saki, indeed, that was the 80 of our lifetime. Mama, if a Ntamane, siyabulela ukuthi nasinikeza inkokheli. Nasinikeza umama wasikhola. Sinje namhlanje singamameya ngenxa Nomalanga. A loving person. Namazi bekahleka nje uNomalanga. Hayi my comrade man, Fatuma. Masiya eBheke. When I was elected in the REC, ikoya bekuwa comrade Nomalanga. In 2006, you remember that. At I when a comrade Mahatu so far go REC that I and the one put it in a qualified REC. In 2006, till to date, I am in the REC because of Comrade Nomalanga. Siyabulela, Siti Maganale, Mokolo, Comrade Nomalanga, Uchobe, Umastole, we limile in the Mayako, we have billing the Layako, Siyabulela, Siti Sizai, Patage will take this baton and we will never disappoint you. As you get in there, Ufumana leaders the ANC, Abo Oliver Tambo, Abo Walter Sisulu, Watalele Wutiebo, we yaki the ANC, Siza Okubega, Nati Siyaki ANC.
Our executive mayor, our last speaker, Etoguam, Nomalanga, Kawekazi, Lelang, Intumbi, Ntamane. Kuna le ntho nngwe e batho bana e re nang le gore re ga re phela go lefatsheng e etsagala ga o bona dipalesa di dutse tjena each and everyone o tlo kgetha gore ke batla palesa e ntle. Even now ntho e tsagetseng ke palesa e nkileng ile Nomalanga. Ka ntlheng ya go senya nako ke re ke bitse Sanele Ngwevetshe, ANC General Secretary. Amandla. Long live the spirit of Nomalanga, long live. Long live the spirit of Nomalanga, long live. Thank you, Program Director. Mandi bolese ekhaya la kwaNtamane. Ngilibamba kakuhle. Ekhaya la kwaNtamane. Dibolese izihlobo nezalamane. Itumelise leadership ya African National Congress led by Secretariat. Itumelise leadership ya SANCO. Itumelise leadership ya all other political parties ezingekandi zikhona. I saw some DA faces Itumelise. Itumelise abahlali balapha eWard 10 bekhokhelwa lisebe le-African National Congress. Comrades and colleagues, we are here in the funeral of Comrade Nomalanga. We are not in the rally of any political party. We are not in a general meeting of the African National Congress. We are not in a church service. Baruti, remote funeral. Yeah, Comrade Nomalanga. We are here, comrades, to remind ourselves the lessons that we've learned from this friend of ours. We pick up pa na pa. The time Comrade Nomalanga was writing her book, that's what I pick up as a lesson to live. That's why we are here. And that's how we define Lebanon's African National Congress. You will understand why the issue Orlando. I will be brief, Program Director Ngadigo. As African National Congress regime, we know Comrade Nomalanga. We will know this comrade. We will know him. Comrade Nomalanga was a member of the ANC in good standing. Comrade Kuzwai, Obu Kuzwai was her call. She was a member in good standing. She fought her way to be in the good standing part of it. To Comrade to Kuzwai, where he has a noted to be that list, they refer as the wisdom list. Comrade Nomalanga, bekungalulanga usuka kula list. Bezibakhona izame zoba angabikho. But she will fight her way there. Comrade Nomalanga, Comrade was also one of our deployees. Njengoba sebetshilo ababachilo. As African National Congress, asizange sanento esithi sisipheme. Osiyakhalaza in how Comrade Nomalanga serviced our people. Referring to our people, they refer kuye nobani.
ophansi kolawulo lorhulumente olukhona. I'm sure abefundisi bazawuyazi ngcono le phathi yokuhlonipha abasemagunyeni. Andizushumayela bomfundisi. Ucomrade Nomalanga uke wanguceba we-ANC, bengongoceba nje general, baninzi oceba. Ebenguceba we-ANC, esebenzise kakhulu ezinto zinidwa ngabantu kodwa zingaqatshelwa. Ucomrade uNomalanga usishiya ngexesha lemfazwe le pandemic esithetha ngayo yokusweleka komama nale sithetha ngayo ye-COVID-19. Comrades uNomalanga, comrades, as ANC we don't really get deeper on private personal matters only. But if you are a public representative, you are inviting us on how you do things. That includes your private personal life. And if you can Comrade Ace, there are very few who understand on how you feel. We're here as African National Congress. Ukuthi akuhlanga lungehlanga nakuwe. Ayikho ukuthi andifundanga lento ebhalwe apha. Kodwa ndithi there are very few who understand on how you feel. Akuhlanga lungehlanga nakuwe. Andiphikisi le nto ibithethwa yi-deputy yam apha ethi xa ubona u-Ace ubona uNomalanga. But Comrade Nomalanga was not defined by any man around her. She was a cadre on her own. Ebeli cadre nje elizimele awukwazi umcacisa ngendoda esondele kuye ukuthi ngumntu kabani ngulo kabani bani. Kufuneka uthethe ngaye Comrade Khuzwayo ugqibe ume futhi ngoba unendlela azicacisa ngayo yena njengomama. The point of driving home, program director, around this party about Comrade Nomalanga was not defined by any man, is to challenge all of you women around here, not to be defined by Amatfaziboba, a wife to somebody, a boyfriend or a girlfriend to somebody. Be yourself. That's what as African National Congress need more of you. Ubangaba ukwazi ukuvula inhloko yakho ukufikelela kule nto uThixo akudalele yona. That's how we'll be able to fight le pandemic ngakumbi yokuhlukunyezwa komama. I'm not saying omama bazi-contributors zokuhlukunyezwa kwabo. But most of the women, I'm sure that's what the stats are saying, abazifumana behlukunyezwa de babulawe. Ubunintsi bayawavula amatyala baphinde bawagcine. Ithetha ukuthi abomama siyakuzisondeza kule nto ofuna uzoyiyamanisa namadoda. Comrade Nomalanga webengazoyiyamanisi nokuzicacisa ngendoda. Loo nto comrade yenze ndisondele kakhulu kwinto ethi masiphakame sisizwe siwulwe lo mkhuba wokuhlukunyezwa komama. Naloke natika imeko sisifumana sikuyo masiyilwe singayilwi only in funerals. Let's make sure we really live le meko yoba you sanitize, keep social distance, wear your mask in public. Kuyafiwa iyabulala le nto. Ayibulali wonke umuntu ayagree kodwa iyabulala. Ubangaba singabuyela back in the days of HIV and AIDS. I'm not sure what does that mean back if it's still there in namhlanje. But I'm trying to talk about the days, comrade, esasingakwazi uyifaka enhlokweni yethu uba yintoni i-HIV and AIDS. Most of our family members zashona kuba sasingakwazi uyifaka enhloko kakuhle le nto sibe supportive, si-understand into yoba le nto siyilwa kanjani. We are also faced with the same challenges with this COVID-19 pandemic. There are so many fake news. uxelelwe le namhlanje ngomso uxelelwe leya, and on how nathi nje we behave ivele ibe ngathi akukho ntweni. As ANC region was saying, masenze sure uba ngaba sibuyela kule meko yokuziphatha kakuhle. Uprogram director sendijamele indikhumbuza amazwi lento athethwa ngowayesabangu president uThabo Mbeki when he was paying the tribute to a funeral kazwelonke South, the king yamakhosi. Uthi xa ndimkota mhlawumbi ndingaphazama ezinye indawana kumhla ilanga lazifihla ubuso, kumhla amanzi ombhashe ala ukuyelwana, mhla inceba yaxuxuzelelwa sisisu lanxanwa abantwana bomthonyana. Ndivale clothes nditsho le nto comrade sithi relevant kakhulu nalapha kuni family yakola Nomalanga, kuba ngaba namhlanje kungathi kuphele yonke into sizothi akuhlanga lungehlanga. I-ANC nayo ilahlekelwe, not ivoti nje kuphela, koko ilahlekelwe nayi-leader ye-community, ilahlekelwe nayinkokheli yayo yona ANC. Aninodwa lalani ngenxeba.
Siyabulela secretary. Ngenxa yexesha ngenxa yesimo esikuso ndizocela ukuba uNeo Thembisile Mbalenhle Ntamane baze ngaphambili bazosifundela imbali. Neo Thembisile Mbalenhle.
Nomalanga Ntamane, you will forever be in our hearts and we will miss you dearly. Heaven has gained a beautiful family entry from Nero Mbali, Tensile Bongani, Chabu, and nieces and nephews.
Nomalanga Ntamane, you are a loving and one in a million parent. Your love will keep us going. Love you always, and you will forever be in our hearts. XOXO, Tomitikile, Nkasana Lonaba and Kak. May your love continue to spread. We still love you, and your memory will be remembered. Lalanga Nomalanga from Madua, Chawe family.
We will always love and miss you, dear Aunt Tabisile, Anati, and Paul.
You are a loving and honest daughter and sister. We will miss you and love you always. You will be in our hearts always and forever. Diana Manta and Jabusini. You will always have a special place in my heart. Rest in peace, Landi, from Bitumelon Tuma.
Your passing has left me with a sad heart. May your beloved soul rest in peace from Botlan.
Siyabulela ukufundela kwenu izimbali. Ngoba ixesha selimkile. Ngizothanda uzosifundela i-obituary. Ngicela ukuthi simnikeze, I think yilixesha lokuthi simnikeze the last respect uNomalanga. siyoma ngenyawo mabazosifundela ilokhonda i-obituary uBongani Ntamane.
Nomalanga Ntamane, daughter and fifth child of Nankele and the late Ntamane, was born on the 7th July 1973 at Lerato Hospital. She started a primary school at Tembile Primary and proceeded to Kagiso Senior Secondary where she matriculated. She headed a dwarf project specializing in family Indian trees around the western area, whilst furthering her tertiary studies through UNISA, as well as establishing herself through the ranks of the African National Congress and its allies hierarchies. During this period, she met her partner, Comrade Tembile Ace, and were both blessed with a daughter and a son, respectively. She was soon incorporated to Mogale City local municipality as MLC for Sports, Arts and Culture, elected as a councillor, and after reshuffling, she was deployed to the Department of Integrated and Environmental Management as MMC until 2011. She was then employed on a permanent basis in a team of Secretariat General Committee to date. She took ill on the 26th of December 2020 and was soon driven to hospital where she was admitted for observation. Her condition deteriorated and she succumbed to her ailment on 30 December 2020. She is survived by her mother, two brothers, a daughter and a son, a grandson, and a huge loving family. May her soul rest in peace. Amagaze Pagazi to Job and Master Malala Moody's.
Baruti, Barifile fella another 15 minutes for Baruti fella Bakone Barife, the scripture, then Kikena Baruti, Kenena Kobaruti. Kapina Otebe Reopela. Agereke Mutam Zavalas. Mitengam Zavalas, Oyuani, Nomalanga. I think Lika COVID-19 na Mopele.
Nasipeta mapike, nasipeta maka. Iwani, pambele, 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 chimore, pambele, ono. Iwani, la 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 la. La 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 no la 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 no oh la la coque oh la la no la la no oh la la no oh la le mo eh la no oh la la wo oh la la oh, what it be, please. Kalas pa muntoya, muntoya. Kalagamani, ogamani. Kalasise, sise. Kalemoyen, emoyen. Kuza komanda, komanda. Kalagamani, ogamani. Winnie Mandela, Winnie Wamukonto wese, Mama Wamukonto, Mama Wamukonto wese, Inetemba kumama, Inetemba kumama weto, Winnie Mandela, Winnie Wamukonto wese.
Baholo baka ke baka ho tsisa ba haranga ba harente mana disika ronta mane loke kaso se ba tahetsenga khaiteria na ya se ta arobedi o bereki motho ena o betsile fatshe ka tse kutlwa go bua ka ga ene o dirile tiro e ntena ba tla re nne le kagiso mo lefatsheng lerato le nne teng mo lefatsheng re phele sentle ga mmogo le balekane ba rona le bana ba rona le bagolo ba rona o dirile tiro e ntle ga a tlogela lefatshe la le ka kwabele ka sala ntse re mo gopola gore o kile a dira tiro e ntle mo lefatsheng motho yo a buang yona ke ntate Mokoka ke moruti Mokoka o sebetsang le ntate Ntamane yaone ke tlo ya kwa lengwalong le re tlo tshedisang ba ga ntate Ntamane le lesika lotlhe le rona rotlhe ba le lempana gore ga re ebile le re phelela Jehova modimo wa rona gore re mo tlase ga dibuka tsa gage Jehova modimo o etsa se a se ratang ka rona ke ena a re beetse matsatsi a rona go phela gore ka tsatsi le le rileng go tla tsamaya ka tsatsi le rileng go tlo tsamayo
Modimo re a o boka re a modimo re a o boka modimo re a o boka re a o boka re pa re na modimo re a o boka re a o boka Ria
Bazali bathandekayo, ekuseni kwelanga lanamhlanje khaya likababa uNtamane uthola ke umbhalo ku-Revelation